Hello, I hope everyone is having a great day today. And I'm out here around this water and I'm just standing here thinking about thoughts that I've had in the past, thinking about some of the thoughts that have helped me to get through this pandemic that we just have come through. And there were many different things that happened during this pandemic that could have shut any of us down. There were many different things that happened that could have turned anybody into a recluse and made them not want to participate, not want them to do anything. But I'm just coming today because I wanted to share with you just some thoughts that I had that helped motivate me in a specific incident that occurred to me probably around July of last year, July of 2020. And it was just simply that small, still voice of God that I heard in my spirit. And I heard him say to me, Miller, he said, in 2019, I gave many people dreams and visions, and even went into 2020 saying that this was the year of 2020 vision, that everything was going to come clear, everything was going to be very vibrant, and many different words came out around that, and people entered 2020 with great expectations. But of course, we know in the United States in around March of 2020, everything shut down because of the pandemic. But what God told me in July of 2020, he said, Miller, he said, I knew this was coming. He said, I knew this pandemic was going to shut everything down, but I gave people dreams. I gave people visions. I gave them ideas. I gave them instructions, and they were for an appointed time. And what that I clearly heard the Lord said, you need to tell people to keep pressing forward, in spite of what it may look like, in spite of what is going on around them. Keep pressing forward, because I knew that this pandemic was coming. I knew that things would shut down, but I have made provisions. And I kept hearing that God made provisions for us to prosper even in this pandemic. And I feel that I'm an example of that, because during this pandemic, I prospered as far as being able to put out a book, as far as being able to start production on the film, and many other things happened in my life. But God is no respecter of person. Just as he allowed me to prosper and get some things started and to move forward in 2020, he was able to do the same thing thousands of years ago with Isaac, when Isaac was in the midst of a famine, and he told Isaac to sow into the land, and Isaac prospered in the midst of the famine because God gave instructions. He gave him instructions for an appointed time. So I want to encourage you that in spite of us being in 2021, those dreams, those visions that God gave you, they're still available to you. They're still there for you to activate and for you to prosper in. So I urge you, pick back up your dream. Forget about the circumstances around you. Forget about the pandemic and all of those different things. Focus on the dream that God gave you. Focus on what he told you to do so that you can prosper. Even in this season, you can prosper. So we're going to start the dream chats real soon. And these are some of the things that we want to talk about during the dream chats. We want to give encouraging words. We want to give just resources. We want to give knowledge and understanding to help propel people into their destiny, to send them into their journey of a successful dreamer. So I urge you, stay tuned, because dream chats are coming soon, because I want to build that community for not me, but for all of us, that community of dreamers, that community of people who will help you move your vision forward. So thank you for listening to me. And just remember, you are a successful dreamer.